Hey guys, today is November 3rd, 2019, and I want to talk about an exercise that will be taking place this November on the 13th and 14th. It's called Gridex, and it's the fifth one, so Gridex 5, and it's an exercise on the energy sector, and it's going to simulate a cyber and physical attack on the electric grid in North America. Participants will include members of the electric sector, other critical infrastructure operators, law enforcement, state, local, and federal officials. So, as you know, there's been several blackouts, power outages in this year across the country as well as around the world. And I think those are exercises as well, or you might say cyber attacks, but so they don't want us to know that our grid is vulnerable right now. Because if they said, oh, it's being infiltrated, people are hacking into our grid and causing power outages, which I think is happening. If they told us that, then you know what would happen? We'd fix it. And they don't want us to fix it. They want it to be vulnerable. And so when the big event happens, then we fix it, right? After like some major thing happens and we go to war, and then we lose more of our rights. So you might have heard of the term Hegelian dialectic. And that's when the people who create the problem, they then turn around and offer a solution. And that's what's probably going to happen, and that's what's happened in the past. So that's the reason for the restrictions on the internet. It caused a problem that's created from the internet, from the computers, and now you restrict everyone's rights based on that event that happened. So, internet ID, facial recognition to use websites, whatever, stuff like that. So get ready for something like that. Like other exercises, they're not going to, they do the exercise first before the big event happens. So, and I think it's right around the corner. I made videos before saying the end of December or December to March was my major time frame for power outages and cyber attacks that could include other things that aren't power outages, the banks, all kinds of things, stock market. There's even dams can be all kinds of things. I don't know, infrastructure, but so yeah, I think it's right around the corner. And it might be a good idea to have some extra food and water. Even Homeland Security advised us to have 6 months of food and water. And they always say they got to tell us what they're going to do before they do it. So that's all I got on that, I guess. But and here's an article also from when Janet Napolitano left office. She made in her last speech, she warned of a catastrophic cyber attack. So they're telling us, what's going to happen. It's part of their code. So on another note, people have been talking about Seattle and the Space Needle falling, collapsing, all kinds of things happening in Seattle. I thought it was interesting that this building that kind of resembles the Space Needle, it's got a similar shape. Obviously, it's not as tall, but it's in Turkey. It caught fire today. So, alright, well, I guess that's it for now. I'll talk to you next time.